Hello, everybody. So, podcast for finding the midline and amplitude of a trig graph. So, we're not going to be looking at tangent, whoops, but we are going to be looking at sine and cosine. And which one that is right now is really unimportant. All the graphs that you guys will be looking at today are going to wiggle like this. Any graph that wiggles like this is called sinusoidal. It just means it wiggles. Okay? The midline, and first it's looking for an equation of the midline. So the midline is the middle. Where's the middle of the graph? So where is the line that you could fold the graph over itself? Okay, well, I suppose it's actually this direction, so I suppose that's not a very good way to describe it. The middle of the graph, to me, is running right here. This would be the middle, because there are 1, 2 units above and 1, 2 units below. So this would be the middle of the graph. Remember how to write the equation of all horizontal lines. And this is a really bad arrow on that end. So slightly better. All horizontal lines only cross the y-axis, so their y equals some number. And in this case, it's crossing at -1, so the equation for that midline is y is equal to -1. That's it. That's the answer. Okay? Oh, and these marks, again, are in radians rather than degrees. You don't need to worry about this, stress about that. Those are angles in radians. Don't need to worry about it. You're looking for the equation of the midline of the graph. Okay? The midline on this one, to me, looks like it's the x-axis, because there would be 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the top, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the bottom. So the x-axis is the midline. So it's y is equal to 0. That's the equation for the midline. And that's what you type into delta math. Okay? This one, it looks like the middle is about 2. So let's just check it. We're going to count 1, 2, 3 up, and 1, 2, 3 down. So this would be the midline right here. You don't need to draw it. I'm just doing it to illustrate what the midline is. And the equation for that line is y is equal to 2. Okay? This is looking for amplitude. Amplitude is a measure of strength, of the wave, okay, I should say. How strong, powerful, strong, yep. I don't know why I'm searching for a word so hard on it. What you need to do is find that midline. The midline to me looks like it's this line right here. Let's check it. 1, 2, 3 up, or from the midline, 1, 2, 3 down. Okay? The distance from the midline to a peak or to a valley is the amplitude. In both cases, it's 3. And the amplitude is always positive. Okay? Amplitude is always positive. Okay? It's just the distance from the midline to a peak, or the midline to a valley. Okay? Or a trough, whatever it is you care to call that. Okay? So the answer to this is just 3, because it's 3 units up or 3 units down. Again, it's always positive. Okay, the midline to me looks like it's about there. You can verify it. From there, it's up 1, 2. This is still the midline here, or down 1, 2. That number 2 is the amplitude. So the amplitude of this is 2. It's not looking for the equation of the midline. The equation of the midline would be y is equal to -3. It's the distance above to the maximum value, or the distance down to the minimum value. Either way, the amplitude is 2. Okay? I believe that's the last thing on the for the lesson. Thank you guys for your time. Have a